Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I said I would do a separate video about my blood work that came back just 9 days into switching to a plant-based diet. So this is that video. So the results of my blood test, they tested like a whole bunch of different things. And keep in mind that this is only 9 days into being plant-based, so I would say that this is more characteristic of a vegetarian diet, at least for me personally. And I'll go back in like 3-6 months, whatever, and do like an update to see what the blood work shows switching to a completely plant-based diet. So just to give you a little bit of history, I have never had any issues. Like I've always had normal blood pressure, if anything a little bit low, normal cholesterol, all that stuff. So there's never, even at like 300 pounds, I never had high anything. So the results of this blood test are actually really interesting to me, mostly just because like I love data and like I like the challenge of trying to get these numbers to move. But yeah, even at 300 pounds, I didn't have any issues. So I do have a couple issues that showed up in the blood work, so I will tell you about that right now. So first things first, my vitamin D is totally normal, in the normal range. They also tested my thyroid because in my family there's a lot of thyroid issues. I was tested once when I was like 14 because my parents were like, she's fat, she has to have a thyroid issue. And there was nothing wrong with it, so tested it again this time. Nothing wrong with it, completely in the normal range. Tested my testosterone levels, which are also in the normal range. My B12 is in the normal range, which is actually great because a lot of vegans suffer with B12 deficiencies. I do take a B12 supplement every day, so that's probably why I'm in the normal range, but that's good. My folate, folic acid, normal. But then you get into some not happy things. So my total cholesterol is in the normal range. My triglycerides are in the normal range. HDL, which is considered the good cholesterol, I think, is in the normal range. But my LDL, which is considered the bad cholesterol, is outside of the normal range by 16 points. So I had my blood tested like 6 months ago via just a finger prick, and I was 1 point outside, like high of the normal range, which means it's gone up 15 points. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I talked to my doctor and I was like, what is the cause for this? How could this have happened? And she said that it's basically using a lot of oils and eating fried food and stuff. And I don't know that I'm eating fried food any more now than I have been like throughout my entire life. But I probably am cooking with oils more because I'm just cooking more and I use oil so stuff doesn't stick to the pan. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to use water instead of oil to try to knock that down a little bit. But yeah, so my bad cholesterol is actually too high and I need to work on getting that down. There's a lot of tests here that I don't know what they mean, like WBC, RBC, hemoglobin, MCV, MCH, MCHC, RDW, whatever all these things, platelets, all this stuff is in the normal range. So I don't know what those things are, but I'm good with them apparently. My blood glucose is actually on the low side. In the BUN, which I guess is related to that, is also low, but that's a 5 and it's supposed to be a 6 to 20, so like the doctor's not that concerned. Also my creatinine is a little bit low. It's 0.54 and it should be between 0.57 and 1, so they're all a little low, but they're not crazy. And then stuff, sodium, potassium, chloride, carbon dioxide, calcium, protein, globulin, AG ratio, bilirubin, all in the normal range. But my alkaline phosphatase, I'm like totally saying all these things wrong, so just take this with a grain of salt, is like way outside the normal range. It's too high. So my doctor is concerned about like fatty liver or just my liver function in general. So they wanted to do another blood test to see if that number has gone down in the last 3 weeks, which if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I passed out when they tried to find my vein yesterday. So I haven't done the follow-up blood test for that yet. But if it comes back at the same level or higher, or it hasn't gone down or anything, then they want to do an ultrasound to see like if I have a fatty liver and what that means and whatever. So that's basically like the only concern. I don't think I've ever had some of these tests before, or if I have, like the results went to my parents and I just never knew about them. But like my blood pressure was normal. It was like 114/84 or something like that. So I don't know. These are the initial results. But yeah, I don't entirely know what all of these things mean, but I do need to work on getting my cholesterol down, and like I can already see the comments for this video being like, of course you have high cholesterol, you're fucking fat. But I didn't have high cholesterol at 300 pounds, so it is not synonymous with how much you weigh. So that's just something I need to work on, and I'm gonna start paying attention more to the like saturated fat content in things. Yeah, and really just try to work to get that down, and then do a follow-up test in like 3 to 6 months and see if I've made any progress. So yeah, that's the initial blood work stuff. If I do end up having these like extra liver tests or whatever, I'll absolutely do an update and let you guys know what that means and kind of what like the treatment plan for that is or whatever. But I think overall, I'm actually real surprised that I'm not deficient like in any vitamins or anything like that. So that's super cool. I'm also relieved that there's no thyroid issues, or like high testosterone or anything that comes with that. So all in all, I would say it's like a fairly good result. But yeah, I'm just interested going forward to try to work on my bad cholesterol and work that down. So if you have any suggestions on that, please definitely leave them below. Obviously vegan suggestions. I don't want to take a bunch of supplements. I'd rather fix it with diet. So that's the plan. If you have any questions, leave them below and I will update you soon.